Okay, we're on the fourth problem, and whether you're using the AC rule or trial and error, you're still going to get the same exact answer. So let's take a look at it. I like trial and error, but other students do not. Whoops. Let me write this down for you. Equals, well, I'm going to say y squared and y squared. Now my challenge here is to look at the 104. And I'll be honest with you, whether I'm using AC rule or not, or just trial and error, I still need to know the factors of 104, no matter what I say. And I'm going to say, the simple one for me would be 2 and 52. Now I hope you realize 2 and 52 is not going to result in a 21 in the center, right? So then you may say, so well, what am I going to do then? I don't know, maybe you could say 4, and I took a 2 from 52, and that would be 26. And then look at that, and that's still not going to give me 21, all right? So then I look at this thing and I say, maybe, when I say that, there's no combinations of the 4 and 26 that comes up with 21. Differences or sums, just not going to happen. So I'm going to say 13 and 8. Now this is the first time I'm starting to see, I do see a 21, because if I add those two together, I would definitely get 21. But then the problem comes is, I think I know what the numbers are without writing a lot of stuff down now. It's going to be minus 8 minus 13. Let me go through that with you. Y squared times y squared is y4. Bingo. What do you get next? Minus 13y minus 8y squared minus 21y squared. Minus 8 times minus 13 is a positive 104. So this is a factorization of the problem, and it's a factorization we're giving you. Now again, if you use the AC rule, and again, I really see it as almost being identical to what I just did, but again, some students like it, and there's nothing wrong with liking a method, all right? So what I'm going to write down is, the AC rule, they would look at 104. They would try to find a product of two numbers that gives you that, but the sum of those two numbers has to give you minus 21. What are those two numbers? We kind of just discussed it. It's minus 8 and minus 13. All right? So what do they do next? They split the problem into a 4-term problem. So it would be minus, then it doesn't matter if you put, the minus 8 first, minus 13 first. It really doesn't much matter. I'll put down minus 13 y squared minus 8y squared plus 104. Then they factor. And what do you get over here? Y squared. This would give you y squared minus 13 minus 8. That would give you y squared minus 13. And does that factor? Nicely. Y squared minus 13 is common between those two terms, and you left off at y squared minus 8. Do you get the same answer? Of course you do. Now someone's going to say, oh, the order of the factors might be different. That's incidental. It had to do with the way I put the numbers down, all right? But it's always going to be the same answer in the end, which is a product of those two factors. Now, later on, you're going to learn that these two factors can also be factored, but right now, let's not worry about that. We're just factoring it using what's called an AC rule and trial and error. All right? Thank you.